Hi, and welcome to this edition of Real Estate Gumbo. I'm your host, Joe Meir with Joseph Meir & Associates Appraisal Services, and today we're going to answer the question about what makes a room a bedroom. Stand by, let's get to cooking.
This is Real Estate Gumbo with Joe Meir. Joe's been appraising residential properties, vacant land, and multifamily homes on the North Shore for 27 years now and wants to share what he's learned with you. Learn the process from real estate trends through the appraisal to location. It's what you need to know before someone hands you a front door key. If you're looking to buy or sell a home, you've come to the right table. Pull up a chair. Let's get the roux going. Stir the pot. It's Real Estate Gumbo. Here's Joe Meir.
Hello and welcome to Real Estate Gumbo, where we answer your questions when it comes to real estate. We get asked quite often, what makes a room a bedroom? And from a real estate perspective, many times an added bedroom brings added value to a home. Real estate agents know this, and so do home sellers. And fortunately, there's a set of guidelines when labeling any given living space as a bedroom. Many times when asked what makes a room a bedroom, the first answer is it has to have a closet. The closet requirement is not covered in the International Residential Building Code, but is instead a bedroom feature more related to comfort and livability than safety. Contrary to popular belief, a bedroom does not have to have a closet or a walk-in to be considered official. Maybe your significant other might disagree, but legally, at least, in most cases, it does not. Closets are expected in newer homes, definitely in main bedrooms, but older ones might require a more creative approach to stowing your clothes. For instance, consider shotgun homes, which are very typical in South Louisiana, without closets in any of the bedrooms. And while some in the real estate community say closets are always required, that rule doesn't really apply here. Back in the old days, you were taxed on closet space, if you can believe that or not. So they did not build closets, but instead they used armoires. And the other reason was space was just limited. If the market considers the rooms as bedrooms, that's what they are. It would be highly improbable for buyers to walk through a shotgun home without closets and say, this house has no closets, therefore there are no bedrooms. That would be a little bit out of hand. So the lack of a closet does not necessarily mean a bedroom cannot be a bedroom. However, we must ask, what does the local real estate market expect and what is required by the local and parish building codes? So I'd like to share with you 6 things that make a room a bedroom. The laws vary by state, but here are 6 ways you can tell if a room is a bedroom rather than just an average room. Number 1, minimum square footage. The size and the number of square feet you have matters. It should be at least 70 square feet in size is generally the acceptable minimum. Also, the minimum horizontal footage. The minimum square footage doesn't tell the whole tale. A bedroom must also measure at least 7 feet in any horizontal direction. That's why you can't call a 10-foot hallway a bedroom. It would not function as a bedroom. Number 3, 2 means of egress. Has to have 2 ways out of the bedroom. Traditionally, these would be a door and a window, some way of getting out of the home in case of an emergency. Number 4, minimum ceiling height. There are more size dimensions to worry about here. At least half the bedroom ceiling has to be at least 7 feet tall. So yes, if you had a loft area, you could put a bed in an area with less than a 7-foot ceiling if the other sections of the room have a higher clearance. Number 5, minimum window size. The window opening must be a minimum size, usually 5.7 square feet, as you can see in this illustration. And then number 6, temperature control. A bedroom typically needs a way to heat up or cool down depending on the area. A vent from a central heating unit or a cooling unit is sufficient. For any room to be considered living space, it is supposed to at least have a heat source. So what happens if it doesn't meet any of these minimum requirements? I know that can be pretty frustrating, but you can really realize that what you thought you could call a bedroom is not actually a bedroom due to not meeting the minimum legal requirements. But just let's take a look at it. All hope is not lost. You have a few different options. First, you can label the room as a flex room or something other than a bedroom. but something that will still attract the buyers. At this time, there's a demand for home office space. So many, it would be better to call it a home office or an art room, or maybe a nursery, or just an extra room that might work. Any of these titles will work. The point is, you have the extra space that you can market as a flex space that the buyer can use as they see fit. You can get very creative and still make it seem like you're offering an exciting bonus for buyers who choose your home. This space is still counted in your living area if it is within the interior of the home and meets the ANSI standards. Well, listen, I hope this answered your question about what makes a room a bedroom. And as always, we are here to assist you with your real estate appraisal needs and look forward to answering more of your questions in the future. So post them below. Don't forget to subscribe below or like our page to stay up to date on future topics that could help you make a better dish in the future. I'm Joe Meir. Thanks for listening. See you next time on Real Estate Gumbo.
You've been listening to Real Estate Gumbo with your host, Joe Meir. Thanks for sharing this bowl of great Southern fare we call real estate. Tune in next time as we spice it up with topics that'll help you make a delicious real estate deal in the future. Remember that Real Estate Gumbo can be found online at larealestategumbo.com. If you'd like to contact our host, visit joemeir.com. See you next week. Thanks for listening.
Real Estate Gumbo is providing this podcast as a public service, but it is neither a legal interpretation nor a statement of housing policy. While we often discuss current events and cite sources that are both conventional and unconventional media sources, these are opinions. While I always strive for accuracy, I can and will be wrong at times, as any honest human will have to admit to. Reference to any specific product or entity does not constitute an endorsement or recommendation by Joseph Meir & Associates. Views and expressions by Real Estate Gumbo and Joseph Meir & Associates are only their views and should not be used for any financial decisions.